Hi, Professor Drysdale. This is debate video 2 for our Psych 301 class. My name is Taylor Franklin. This video is in response to my partner Javen's debate video. My partner Javen was for assisted suicide for those who are terminally ill. So his points are as follows. Number 1, it is up to the physician and the patient to decide what action is to be taken. Number 2, hospitals' care for those who are terminally ill is expensive. Number 3, hospitals have their own ethical principles they follow. Number 4, the individual might feel forced to rush to make a decision. Those are his main points given, and he had multiple sources to back up his claims. Point number 1 that I'm going to debate against is Javen put that assisted suicide puts a halt to financial worries and it cancels the bills. I disagree with that. I found that you will put your family in more debt if the patient does not have good insurance or estate, and it might even lead to the family paying for the medication. And the cost varies between what medication is used for assisted suicide, but it could range between $500 to $25,000. Also, the source that Javen used from deathwithdignity.org, which is an organization that is for assisted suicide, I actually found something in their website that kind of supports that. So the quote down there, it says, make a list of bills with due dates and amounts. Note how statements are received and payments made. Identified which bills are ongoing and which have an end date. So this is a checklist for someone who is going to use assisted suicide, and it's on the checklist. So make sure that you make the list of bills with the due dates. So that means that there could be potentially giving your bills to your family and putting them in more financial worries. So it does not cancel the bills. Point number 2, that it will end the sorrow and grief of family members. So I found that it cannot happen even if they see it coming or not. With assisted suicide, they can kind of prepare for it in a way if instead of if they died naturally. But I found through my research that really the grief process is no different, but that doesn't mean that grief and sorrow are not still going to be a factor or meaning that it won't go away. And point number 3, Javen used is the hospital should not have the right to refuse assisted suicide if it goes against their religious principles. I definitely disagree with that because they do have the right. I found a quote from a source and it says, the country's religious institutions have received support from the Trump administration, which has consistently given providers wide latitude to refuse to participate in medical interventions they object to on religious grounds. So this means that any religious administration, whether that be hospitals or schools or anything, but more hospitals in this purpose, can refuse assisted suicide, abortions, contraceptives, anything that goes against their religious principles. So they do have the right to do that.